Hi everyone. First of all, thanks Helen for organizing this seminar, and I'm very happy to have opportunity to share FLL. It's a topic I'm very passionate about. I truly believe it can help many kids learn science and technology. And my team, this year we called Marshmallow Pandas. But previous years we have different names, but we started 3 years ago in 2018. In the past 2 to 3 years, we participated a lot of Little Masters events, and our teammates shared um, so the content of FLL, and also they shared what they think and what they learned from FLL. But today, this seminar is a little different because it's going to be from me or from parents and coach perspective. So I will talk about what FL is about and how parents and coaches can organize your team, have good activities during the season, and how, in the end, how to compete in the final events. So this is the agenda of today. I will start by giving an overview of FIRST robotics programs that covers all the age groups of their competitions. And then I will focus more on the first LEGO League challenge. So this is the one first cooperate with LEGO, and the age group is from like four to eighth grade. So like 9 to 16 years old. And then I will just share some lessons I learned during my 3 years coaching my team. And then we can have a Q&A session and we can discuss any topics you are more interested in. Yeah, first, first. So in first LEGO League, first stands for inspiration and recognition of science and technology. This is a nonprofit organization founded by inventor Dean Carmen in 1989. So this organization have about more than 30 years history. And it started by organized robotic competition for high school kids. So that's the first robotic competition. And this competition continued until now. And for this group, they asked for 10 or more high school age students. So it's a fairly big team. I know some of the teams can have like more than 50 students, and they will have at least two adult mentors. Most of most this type of team are organized in large public schools. And then the next age group is called First Tech Challenge. So this team can have from 2 to 15 team members. As you can see, the grades for FTC is from 7 to 12, which means it overlap with first robotic competition. So the difference is in the team's size. And I know a lot of FTC has many community-based teams, so it's easier for parents and coaches to handle this team size. And then for kids younger than seventh grade, and last year first combined all the age those group to first Lego League, and under it there are two subcategories. The first one is called First Lego League Challenge, and this team can have from 2 to 10 team members, and the kids there are aged from 9 to 16 years old. And this is where they build robots with Lego parts, and then they have a event to compete with each other. And for next age group, Explore is for grades from 1 to 4. So that's a lower elementary school kids. And they have a smaller team from 2 to 6 team members. And this group, they don't have a competition. So they only have a final demo in their event. So the teams can share what they learned in the season. Yep. Now I will just dive into first Lego League Challenge group. Okay. So every year, First and Lego will work together on a seasonal theme. And this year, 2021, so from August, the same seasonal theme is going to be Cargo Connect. So it's about how cargoes get transported over the globe. This is going to be a very fun topic because it focuses more on the transportation. And last year, the seasonal thing is about sports and exercise. And the year before, um, the year before is about space exploration. Sorry, I don't remember exactly, but the idea is every year they rotate the topic. So if a team will attend FLL continuously, they have chance to explore different topic and learn new things. So it's good for kids growing over the years, so they don't just repeat one thing again and again. And the seasonal registration opens normally in May. But the real team challenges is going to be released in early August. After you register your teams, after August, FL is going to mail out a Lego set. So we call that mission models. It's a lot of Lego pieces that you can assemble. You see on the picture on the right. So on this table, those Lego parts are the mission models. And then there is also include a map. So that's this colorful map on top of the table. Once the team got it, they can assemble the mission models based on the building instruction. And then they can put them on the map onto a table like this. So each team are supposed to build their own table. And then they will just prepare the season. And First Lego League is not only for robotics, so it has topics more than that. They call them core values, and there's also an innovation project. So that's extra from robotic design. And at the end of the season, normally in early December and January, the teams can have an opportunity to compete in a friendly regional events. From there, if you perform well, and then you can advance to semifinal and eventually to the state finals. So that's the basic progress of the team of the season. So next, we'll talk about how to start a team. Uh, as I said, the team can have up from 2 to 10 team members, and it's good to have a team with inclusion and diversity. So your teammates can work smoothly together, and then they can have different talent, and then they will just contribute to the team in their own way. And each team normally have 2 coaches, and there are a lot of work about team administration. It's just how your team going to meet and what you're going to do each meeting, and then how you're going to progress until you go to the competition. And also the more technical side. So there might be some coach more interested doing research, then they can lead the innovation project. And also other coaches can work on the robotic design with the team. Cost-wise, the registration with First Lego League is about $250. And then the regional event is normally organized by the Washington branch of First. So that registration fee is about $150. And for robotics part, and doing research project, that's going to be a big variation of cost for each team. Some team likes to spend more on those, and some team just do the bare minimum. And normally that would range from $500 to $1,000. So in my experience, in the past 3 years, we average about $120, sorry, $1,200 or $1,500 range. So on the game day, you have some extra cost, like you need to prepare the a team shirt for each teammate to wear, and also there's some traveling and dining cost there. And the first Lego League team, they normally is parents and coaches based, and parents volunteer their time to participate in the team activities. Here, every parent can be a mentor for the team. So here, at least some of the things mentors can do. They can teach the team programming, Lego building, robot, and the skills like speech and presentation. You can do field trips, and normally before the final competition, you can ask some parents to work with coaches to have mock judging, so the kids can practice. And on the event day, and some parents may want to volunteer as judges. So that's also something you can learn more about the FL activities, and then contribute to this nonprofit organization. Yeah, as I said, the first Lego League is not only about robotics. So it has two extra topics they called core values and innovation project. Core values is because first, it's not only promoting science and technology. So they want their kids, while they learn and do problem solving, they they would um, they would practice teamwork, and also have a good competitions. That's they promote good competition, but not the one just the one the team is to work well together. So the core values of FLL are summarized in six words. First is discovery. So the kids learn new knowledges. And innovation is for kids to propose innovative ideas and have new ways to solve problems. And for impact is so the kids can not only do things from their own perspective. So it's promoting a perspective of community. So they want to do things can change, can improve the community, and help people around them. Inclusion and teamwork is more for within the team. So the kids can work well, work efficiently together. And last is fun. So in my past 3 years, every time I ask my team, what's your favorite core value? They would say is fun. So we want them to truly enjoy their FL experience. So not only learn knowledge in a boring way, but they can have fun in the process. And there are a first also invented two new phrases to describe their core value. First is called gracious professionalism, and the next is called competition. So as a combination of cooperation and competition. And those are more for between the teams. So the one is not only a competition between the team can learn from each other, help each other, so the community can improve together. Um, so these core values, the team can practice them in their activities the entire season. So it's when you do your innovation project and when you do the robotic design, you what their behavior should follow the core values. I also this is very unique for the first community. So it's not only want their kids to learn the hard skills, not only learn computing, programming, building, but they also want to have them how to have good EQ. So it's these skills are very important for them when they grow up to work with other people in the society. Um, as for the content of core value, here I borrowed a slides that my team made this season. Um, a lot of the core value can show up in your team management. So you can set goals and rules at the season, so the team can follow the and practice core values. And it's always good to connect with other FL teams, and so you can exchange your knowledge and know what other people are doing. And here's this picture shows some of the events we did in the past. So we work with Little Master Club many times and them to show people what FL is about. There's one year we volunteered in the food bank, so the kids help practice arrange their food there. And on the upper right corner is the event we work with Robosaurus. So our kids and their kids, we shared what we did during the season. So it's like a mock competition in a friendly way. We also mentored some new teams. Yeah. So this year, if anyway, I'm not going to compete this season, but we would love to mentor some new teams during our break. And now we're going to move on to the robotic design and the game part. Um, the the Lego parts, first Lego League shipped to each team, have about 15 missions. With those parts, they also are going to ship some documents. Like this one is a robotic game rulebook. And inside, it will describe each mission in detail. Like one mission, maybe you drop a cube into a basket. The next mission could be you need to raise some part to up to tray by your robot, and they will assign points to each mission. And normally, all the points added together on the game table is about 600 points. To build your robot, in the rulebook, it also lists what control bricks you can use. Many teams are using EV3 in the past. This is a very powerful control brick. But last year, Lego also have a new product. It's called a Spike Prime. So this one is much smaller, more compact, and it's also cost less. But it doesn't. These two don't have the same functions, but you can decide which one to use when you start. The bad news is Lego is discontinue EV3 product line. So I think more and more teams were moved to the Spike Prime. And then using these control bricks and many Lego parts, you're going to build robots together and run the robots on the table to solve the missions. The language you can use to program the control brick. Lego has its own app called Mindstorm for EV3. And for the new Spike Prime, you can also use Scratch and Python. The goal of the season is to gain as many points as you can in the competition in the time limit of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And at the end of the season, you are supposed to do a robotic design presentation. Um, it's part of the judging session in the morning of the competition day. And there, each team have about 5 minutes to talk about how they designed the robot and how they use the robot to solve missions. And it's very important that your team, the kids, build the robot by themselves, and they can present their design and their building, the coding, the entire engineering process very well to the judges. And normally, in the afternoon of the game day, they have a chance. They can compete with other teams in the gym. Normally, the competition is held in a school. And then the in the afternoon they will just have it in the gym area. So they will have game tables there, and then the team have 3 chances to run the robot, and each chance they have 2.5 minutes. They were the highest score they achieved in the 3 rounds is going to be their final score. And between your home table and the game table, there are going to be a lot of variations. Um, Not a lot of variation. I think Lego is trying to reduce the variation in many ways, but still there are some like tricky parts, like how level your table is and how slippery it may be. So that this variation exists. So and also there's a lot of stress in the competition day during the robotic games. So it's very important when you build your robot to solve missions, you have to improve the accuracy and reliability. Then your robot can perform not only on your home game table but also in the gym table. As for the learning of the robotic design, I can think of a few stages. Uh, at the very beginning, maybe all the kids in your team don't know anything about Lego robotics. So it's a learning period. And I would suggest you start from the Legos website and also on YouTube. There are a lot of tutorials on how you can build a basic robot and how you can do programming. So how can you move the robot, navigate it on the table, and do some basic movements. And after that, you can start to think about your base design. So you have limited space on the table. It's good you have a very compact robot. Compact, stable, and reliable. And then you need to decide how many sensors and how many motors you're going to have in your robot. That's going to help you solve the missions. And each in the 15 missions, Lego they design the missions very strategically. So they always have some easy missions that very friendly to all the teams. As long as you can move your robot, you can start to place things on the table. And the for and there are also area on the table. You just need some straight movement. So you don't need to move, follow a curve or make a very accurate turn. So those easy mission is normally about 100 to 200 points. So yeah, start from those missions. And so I highlighted this blue area. So that's normally where the easy mission is going to be. And then it gets harder when you progress further, when you leave the base and going into the table. Uh, Then those I would call it some the medium missions. And those missions you will want some movement like a robotic arm or a forklift on your robot. Then you can make more complex movement. And then to get to the exact location of those missions, you also need some navigation. So in that case, you need to move your motors more accurately, and also you may want to use some sensors like gyro sensor or ultrasonic sensors. Then the hardest missions on the table is normally on the on the outer corners, like at the end of the table. So those corners are very hard to get into. So and then you are limited. May there's some like different routes you can follow to get there. So navigation wise, you may need some complex algorithm like line following, and then you need to design your attachments very smartly. So that your robot not only can get there, they can also perform the movement. And then another thing is consider is round to round variation. So all the Lego parts are toys. The sensors and motors are not designed to be super accurate. So between round to round, you always have some tolerance. In that is to get good accuracy for those hard missions, you need to spend much more time on your attachment and programming. Yep. But all in all, I think as long as you can get like a more than 200 points, you have that's good starting points. And normally, good teams in FLL get between 300 to 500 points. If you get more than 500 points, that's yeah, it's very rare. It's like normally up to at most 5 teams in the events. And you have the season to prepare this. So it's not going to be done in one day. So just you can start by some simple missions and then think about your mission strategy, how your robots can get there, and then build up your robot in 3 weeks, 3 months time frame. Yeah. Now I'm going to move on to innovation project. So innovation project is not related to the project, to the robot design part. It's a very independent topic. So besides doing robotic work, your team is supposed to work together, identify a problem related to each year's theme. Like this year is a cargo connect. You can think for the world of transportation. So what is not good enough? So that's how you identify a problem. And then the team can need to work together on an innovative solution. So that's supposed to be a solution nobody else have think about before, or you can solve, um, you can improve an existing solution in an innovative way. So you not only you can invent your own solution, you can make an existing solution better. And then you can share your ideas and just test your idea, improve your idea. And finally, you will share the innovation project at an event. That's basically in final competition. And to share this event in the competition day, your team will do a 5 minutes presentation to explain the innovation project to judges. And in the past year, 2020, I see a small modification of the innovation project. So besides the problem and innovative solution, the first also ask people to make a model or prototype to show how your solution is going to work. I don't know if this is going to continue this year, but yeah, this means between year to year, you need to truly read the description of the innovative project, and then work based on their information. So it's not going to be the same thing year again and again. And here are some things our team did before to prepare for innovation project. So you need to do a lot of research for the innovation project, and you can read books, find videos, and do field trips. Uh, and we also shared our ideas and solutions with many professionals. So that's a part that parents and coaches can contribute. So to help set up a connection between the team to professionals in the area. And this type of meetings are very, very helpful. So professionals can give them extremely good feedback, and then the team can improve the solution and incorporate all the feedbacks. And it's also the teams are encouraged to share the ideas with the community. So you can share in the library with other teams, with other people, just general people. So then everyone can give some feedback. So this is more for the team to know what's the effect of the solution. So how it's going to change the community and people around us. And for innovation project, first have a specific award for it. So, and it's called Global Innovation Award. And each year, about 2 teams from Washington area can be nominated to Global Innovation Award. And that's a very prestigious award, and some of the past teams did great work. Any questions so far? Yeah, I don't know, is it good to present in English or yeah, I will just keep presenting in English, and if you want to, if you prefer Chinese, during the QA, I can answer many questions in Chinese.
So, Dongming,
Yes.
there are a couple questions showed up in the chart window. So I try my best to give the answer.
Okay.
So overall, just quick speaking, maybe a couple focus very interested about the piece. Maybe let me show a video here. So if you see my screen, do you guys see my screen? No.
Not yet. Let me stop sharing first.
Okay. So I just, you guys see my screen? So these two pictures, these like I put like a quick the facade cover for these two like the core Lego EV3. I'm not sure if they still use or not. EV3, the core and expansion.
Yeah.
Expansion. So that
一个一个给，2张一起放看不见，往后面 back Go back. No, 这个什么那么模糊
Okay, okay. So you can Google. You guys can Google.
Drop
Yeah.
the background blur.
？OK，可以，刚刚可以。
Yeah.
Okay. So this can only allow you to create the bare minimum for a robot. You could do the game. So, but for a experienced team, that's not enough. You probably need to invest more to buy additional pieces. So which you will use to build a sophisticated attachment. So the attachment is used, as I mentioned in the chart window, the attachment is an advanced concept. So when the robot start a game, different mission require different arm, different gear, right? So the sophisticated team, they build the attachment specifically for couple missions. When the robot go out, execute a mission, they come back, they just switch attachment quickly for next missions. So that's why the longer you stay in this league, the more investment you will have to invest by additional pieces. So another question good is that every team has their own design. There's no unique design for all. You have to build a robot this way. Every team based upon their understanding, their design, and their execution plan, build their own robot. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know someone said I can speak Chinese. But anyway, I will just continue a little bit with English. So for coaches and parents, this is I'm going to give just a little what we do for team activities. So our team normally meet twice a week, and then I like to start with core value games in every meeting. So this way, kids can have some fun together. They are more motivated. And then at the beginning of the season, we did a lot of robotic design tutorials. So they learn how to design the base. They can learn how to design attachment to specific missions. And they also learn coding together. And each week we also have, because there are two meetings, so we will have one meeting for the innovation project. So their kids can do the research, they have discussion and have a brainstorming of innovative ideas. And for robotic design and innovation project, it's important that for the team to follow engineering design process. And you need to document the progress in detail so they can use the information to prepare for the end of season competitions. And the competition there, as I said, the progress from regional in early December to semifinal in mid-January, and the state final is normally in end of January. And each year, first also have a world championship event. They are held in two places, in Houston or Detroit, right? So the world championship is more of like champions of states and countries can fly into the United States, and then they will compete together. In normal years, that event is in early April, and two teams from Washington State can go to the World Championship. And during the day of the competition, normally all the people working there you see are volunteers. So first is a nonprofit organization, as they have very few employees. So a lot of work are performed by volunteers who truly believe first is a valuable event. And in the morning, the mostly judging sessions. So that's the time each team have 5 minutes to present their project. After that, the judges can ask questions, 5 minutes QA about the project. And that's going to be followed by 5 minutes of robot design presentation and 5 minutes QA. In the end, the team has 3 minutes to share their core values. And this process is for this year. So because of COVID, all the judging sessions are performed remotely. And in normal years, you will meet in event play location, and all the kids can meet with other teams, and they're going to have a lot of fun there. And in the afternoon, as I said, there are going to be 3 robotic game rounds in the gym. And at the end of the event, they're going to assign awards and announce which teams can advance to next level of competition. Yeah, so my experience about having a successful team, or just some lessons I learned, because 3 years ago I don't know anything about FLL, so I just learned with the kids in the process. And first and foremost, I think it's important to build a self-driven team. One rule of thumb for FLL is kids do the work. And also that means kids will make decisions. So I think for this age group from 9 to 16 years old, those kids have enough logical and reasoning skills. They can do their own decision for robotic design and project. And doing so, they just kids can feel responsible for the decision, and they are more involved in the team activities. And then another thing is to reduce stress and frustration. Um, FLL is a very demanding event, so not only parents but kids need to invest a lot of time. And then in FL, they solve open-minded questions, like like Grant just said. So all the robots going to be unique. So each team will have their unique way doing design the robot, and the missions are also open. You just there are many different ways can you can choose to solve the problem. And then it takes time for kids to get into that type of thinking. So it's important that you reduce the stress and frustration so they can be more involved in the process. And normally at the beginning of the season, I tell the parents of my team that I'm more in the role of a project manager. So I feel like I'm the one assemble all the do planning and schedule, so my team can just deliver based on the timeline. So we can break down big projects into smaller tasks. And also at the beginning, it's good to set clear goals and expectations. And as rules for the teams, I think my advice for new coaches is always have an exit rule. That means a if a student in your team have too much conflicts with other teammates, with coaches, parents, and also um, just so you need to have a way to handle those type of scenario. And then um, so EFL, because it's a real world problem solving, the missions is very demanding. So the kids cannot solve the missions at in the first round. So it's a good chance for them to practice growth mindset. So they will try, they would fail, that's for sure. So they need to try again, try many times until they get successful. So it's just encourage them, so they would persist and they would continue. Otherwise, it's very easy for the kids to give up. And then good teamwork is always the key. So you want your kids to work well together. And then the core value games can help with teamwork, and the field trips, play days, all those things can help. Yeah, that's it for my presentation. Sorry, it feels like it's too long, longer than I expected.
No, it's perfect. Thank you so much. So now, if you guys have some questions, you can ask Dongming, and also you can type in the chat. We already, I think Grant and I tried our best to answer most of questions. So yeah, and also I remember Dongming, there is some question in the registration form. So yeah, I have right here. But first, let's begin questions.
对，我会用中文来回答问题好了。
可以的，没问题。
对，我记得有一个问题就是关于就是什么样的孩子可以参加这个活动，然后他们就整个怎么组 team 啊什么的，我相信我在 slide 中也尽量的能回答了这个问题。
对，就是说多大的孩子，对，多大的孩子可以参加，对。
对，一般是从4年级到8年级这个区间的孩子可以参加 FLL。然后组队呢一般是在8月份以前完成的，就8月1号是这个 First Lego League，他会做今年的这个Challenge Release。
东明你好啊，我可以问问题吗？我是 Karina。
当然可以，现在就是问问 Q&A 的时候。
这个 presentation 很多信息哈，信息量非常大，谢谢你哈。就是我问的就是很基本的，譬如说你们的经验啦，就是你们组队这个小朋友，这个就譬如说一个队，我也不知道哈，大概就说6个孩子、8个孩子，他们去参赛的时候，就是是不是需要他们都是同一个年级吗？就像你们这些，还是就是说希望就是有3个年级就是有大孩子有小孩子，就是说能相互鼓励、相互帮助、相互学习这种然后呢，
可以的。我们以前
说小朋友是不是要有分工啊？就是说，是不是在你组队的时候要考虑有些小朋友是擅长于写编程，有些小朋友擅长presentation，就是说，是不是要考虑这些？就是组队方面有什么建议吗？
对，首先就是所有的 teammates 不需要在同一个年级。其实你能够把不同的年龄组的孩子不同年级的孩子放在一起是很好的，他们就像你说的可以相互学习。然后关于组队方面，我觉得第一个你要观察一下就是他们之间的 chemistry，就是说我觉得首要的一点就是他们孩子能够合得来。然后像你说的，他们有不同的擅长的地方啊之类，这都是很好的。其实的话，当你的队伍放在一起的时候，你就会发现每个孩子就是有不同的兴趣，他们的整个 skill set、personality 都是不一样的。然后，大部分孩子在参加 FL 之前，其实他们并不知道他们特别擅长的东西是什么。就是说很多也是在参加的这个整个赛季的过程中，你会发现他好像很喜欢做机器人，然后另外一个孩子他很喜欢做这个 research project，然后这时候你可以根据你们对这种情况，然后让每个孩子做一些他们更感兴趣的活动。对。
谢谢哈，谢谢。
对，你在 team 里面有 diversity 是很好的。就是说我个人的经验就是，当每个孩子都不一样，他们就会用自己的方法去参加，然后做出来的那些东西，有些时候我还很惊讶，我觉得他们比我还厉害。
那就是说啊，我看你列出来的，就至少就是说这个编程，至少就是说要有基本就基础入门嘛，什么 Scratch 啊，或者是那个什么 Python 啊什么的。就是我们家有一个马上4年级的小朋友，刚刚这些才入门。就是说，其实像他这种我们去年是自己组了一个小队，是 Explore，那个就相当于很简单，都没有 competition 那种，就是按着那个 instruction，就是几个小朋友一起，然后全是认识的同一个班的小朋友，大家是认识嘛，所以就比较，但是呢，感觉就是说这个 diversity 还是太小了一点，就这小朋友一块就是在玩儿，就是就是要真正让他们去就是做一个质量比较高的 project，我觉得可能还是不是要有5年级的孩子，譬如说就大一点的孩子带着，是不是会好一些？或者就是找有经验的 coach，是不是会好一些？
对，我觉得呢，但高年级的孩子肯定是有一定的优势的，但是，但是，LEGO 它有意思的地方呢，就是说你可以有不同的 mission strategy，就是有些很多任务你都可以用很简单的方法去完成。所以说，不同年龄组的孩子，他们就会找出不同的方法去做它。像你即使做一个最简单的那个 educator bot，就在 LEGO 的 website 上，经常就会你的最初始做一个 educator bot，你在上面加一些那些机械的机构，加一些sensors，他们就能够完成很多的 mission。对于刚开始的孩子呢，我的建议就是说，就是说你可以先系统的教他们一点点，就是用一些 LEGO 已经有的这些 building instructions，然后让他们做一些programming。之后呢，我觉得需要把一个大的问题把它变小，就是说你变成很多个小的 steps。如果你开始跟他说，OK，你要做一个机器人完成这个地方的这个 mission，那么他们肯定是不知道该怎么做的。那么但如果你先把这个 educator bot 做好了，那么你可以让他分析一下用什么样的 movement 可以完成这个 mission。它经常有一个东西，它叫 technical bean challenge，就是说你可以拿一个 bean，然后去试着怎么 flip 呀什么的，看就是你就会来分析用什么样的 movement 来完成这个 mission。然后就是你再用一个 gear 把它这个 movement 可以完成，然后再把这个这就是一个 attachment，然后你再想这个 attachment 怎么和这个 educator bot 放在一起。就是说，我觉得作为 coach 或者家长的话，就可以把一个大的问题变成小的 steps，那么让他们慢慢的，那就是 build up，然后直到他们能够解决这些问题。就在开始的时候，确实需要家长和教练有很多的 involvement，就是你们需要花很多的时间。但是当孩子他们慢慢长大之后，他们就会觉得 OK，我不需要帮忙了，我可以把这个自己做好。
谢谢。
哎，你好，东明，我这儿有几个问题啊。
好。
对，首先非常感谢你今天给这个 talk， 信息量非常大，然后也非常有帮助。我主要就是问一下，就是你提到你们的组里面是每一周聚2次嘛？我在想，他们可能除了聚的话，私底下应该还有一些时间做 research。那这个时间投入上，大概每一周会花上几个小时在这上面呢？
对，像我们当去的时候，每次大概是2到3个小时。然后，就开始做 research 的时候，我也会给他们布置一些作业，就是像你说的，在他们在周中的时候，可能会研究一些这个 innovation project 相关的 topic。然后一般在最后1个月的时候，就是接近比赛的时候，他们会花更多的时间去调试他们的机器人。 所以我觉得在前面2、3个月，一般每周就是6、7个小时的样子，然
OK，
后到最后要比赛的那个月，可能会再加2到3个小时。
对，好，谢谢。那另外就是这个比赛的话，你提到它有3部分 ，innovation project，robotic game，还有 core value。这个是一定要3部分都做吗？有没有可能说是做其中的1到2部分？或者是这是不是推荐的一个做法？
是都要求做的，但是 core value 本身不是一个赛的 topic， 它只是说你怎么去做事情，对吧？所以真正需要比赛的项目就是这个机器人的设计和这个 innovation project。然后他们都是需要做的，而且我觉得把他们放在一起是很好的，因为一般我的队里面都会有的孩子很喜欢去做机器人，然后另外有一些孩子很喜欢去做 innovation project。就说这些，而且 innovation project 就是一个独立去发现问题、解决问题的过程，就是很培养他们的这个思考能力。
那这个就是在每一次聚会的，在每次聚的时候就分成不同的时间段是吗？比如说一开始大家做一些那个 robotic game 的 task，然后再专门花时间来大家就来 brainstorm innovation project idea 是吗？
是的，对。
对，那另外我还有2个就比较细节的robotic game 的一些东西。第一个就是你提到就是它有很多个 task， 会有不同的一些 attachment 呀，或者不同的 coding 啊这些。这个它是要求一定要都只能用 Lego parts 吗？还是可以用一些其他的什么3D 打印的部件，或者是自己做的一些东西？
在这个 level First Lego League 你只能用 Lego parts， 但是 Lego parts 就是那就千变万化，你能想到的 parts 其实 Lego parts 里都有。尤其是在机械的那些很多 parts 上面，就是它有很多像各种 gears， 它都可以做。其实 Lego parts 是非常有包容性的一个东西。然后像你说的3D 打印的呢，实际上是下一个年龄组，像 FTC 他们是可以做3D 打印的。
OK， 对对对。那另外一个就是我看那个比赛那个像 playground 的那样一个大桌子。这个的话是不是专门得找一个很大的屋子，或者是就是找一个很大的地方才能把它放起来是吗？而且可能还要放平，这样是不是你们是怎么找到这样一个地方的？
对，关于桌子的话，他的每次发的这个 meeting guide 里面，他就会告诉你桌子的大小，它的具体的要求。然后，我们家是把它放在了 dining room table 上。我也知道有很多人放在自己的 garage 里面。然后，小大师，我记得像 Robosaurus 他们以前是利用了小大师的一个房间，然后把这个桌子支在了那儿。我确实需要这个空间，然后把这个 table 放在那儿，然后整个赛季都会用到。桌子本身是很好做的，就因为Home Depot 它就有一个 exact size 的板，你只需要加上它的那个 frame 什么的。你要是做的复杂一点呢，也可以把它做成2个部分。有的 team 就是把有2个 parts 那样组装在一起的。
好，谢谢。
好，不客气。
哎，东明，我有个 question。
请问。
我瑞，谢谢您今天花这么多时间给我们扫盲。那今天主要讲的都是First Lego League， 那 Tech 和 Robotics 那些呢？高年级的孩子的是什么情况呢
？Helen 他刚刚说他
2个星期以后我会给一个讲座，讲另外2部分。
OK， 明白。好，谢谢。
不客气。
对。
好，大家还有什么问题吗？
哎，东明啊，你好啊，我是张蕊，我有几个问题啊，就是你一开始说呢，就是你看啊你说就是要一开始可能家长要把这个比如说一个大的task 要变成 mini task，然后我就想知道作为一个 coach 哈、就是因为你说你也是从一开始也什么不懂，然后跟着他们做了3年，然后现在可以就是我觉得 share 非常多的好的经验啊。就是你花了多少时间？我想知道这个，就是自己 parent 有个 expectation，如果要 involve 的话，就是大概，因为你就是现在你非常有 experience 啦，比如说你可以，我不知道你现在还需要投入多长时间，但是第1年开始的时候，你大概就是这个你要花多少时间？除了每周，比如说带着他们有6、7个小时这样子的一个投入之外，要 meet time，比如说要组织他们做各种事情啊。那线下你自己，比如说你开始还提到自己要看一些，比如 YouTube 的 tutorial 啊，那这些是你发现，然后找到之后，比如说给小朋友提供 link，让他们去在 meeting 的时候看呢，还是说你要看了，然后在 meeting 的时候再教给他们呢？就是这个是。
首先就是我说起来的很多 work，其实是我们队的家长们一起做的，就是说，并不是 coach 一个人孤军奋战，其实就是说，当你的那些 team 有，其实不光是孩子们有不同的兴趣和才能，你的家长们也是的，就像有的就是一般情况下可能会有2、3个家长在一起对机器人更感兴趣，那么他们就会更投入的去找一下这个 tutorials，然后带他们做机器人。那么可能有其他的几个家长就会更投入去做做 innovation project，然后有另外的家长去做 core values 这样子，然后肯定是要花一点时间的，就是说，但我觉得，因为作为大人，我们可能学习起来就更 logical 一点，我们更知道怎么去找 information，所以，我觉得每周可能1、2个小时就可以了。然后，当然你的家长他们的投入越多，你的教练也是越好做。就是最好是大家都可以齐心协力，然后愿意一起把这件事情做好。然后，这些 tutorials 啊什么的，我们其实就是在 meeting 的时候和小朋友一起看，然后他们一般去做就自己 build，然后 program，然后可能会需要一些时间，家长帮助他们调试，就是看怎么能够把他们的那个 tutorial 的程序们在他们的机子上也能够跑通。
那我来帮那个 Grant 回答一下这个问题。那个Grant 是我的先生，所以他是他作为 Robosaurus 的那个主教练的话，他下面还有个副教练，那另外一个家长，他是专门负责编程呐。其实小孩子如果不会编程，他也会教他们。然后还有一些家长，像我就是做很多后勤的东西，小孩子的就是比较琐碎的事情，搞活动啊、联系啊什么。那还有的家长专门负责这种那个 fundraising 啊，就说其实大家都要分担一点的那个，否则教练是会很多很多事情。那就这样，不然呢，其实他从一开始的时候，可以说除了上班都是在做这个事情，他就非常 devoted 的。我看他每天都是2、3个小时在那里，所以说这个每个人不一样，但是我觉得就像一个 team 一样的，就是说你的管理，那个一个 project manager，你所有的事情要分给别人，否则自己累死。对，所以在选择队友的时候，也是要不同的那个 diversity， 不同的能力都要有，这样子的话会有 work together 更好。对。
对，而且在你的整个 team 做 robotics missions 的时候，你可以把 missions 分到不同的小朋友头上，就是小朋友可以根据自己的兴趣说，我更喜欢做这个 mission。那么他的一般父母啊、家长啊也会在这个过程中去帮助实践，然后，就是家长们大家都在分担这个工作。
谢谢啊。然后那个就是 innovation 这个就是那个 meeting 的时候，你是说，你比如说你会把这个 research 的题目发上去，大家在课后去 do research，然后在这个2-3个小时的 meeting 的时候去 discuss 他们 research 的这个结果呢，还是说，就是也是这2-3小时其实是他们去搜各种这个 research，就是去做，就是他就是现场做这些 research 呢？比如说读一些 reading 啊什么。
现场的时候会做一些 research，有些时候如果我看到什么有意思的材料、文章啊或者 video 啊，我也会在 meeting 的时候给他们看，然后他们在一起的时候会想很多相关的问题，然后可能就是分头去为这些问题找答案，然后我也会给他们留一点 homework。然后他们有些时候，尤其是在最开始的时候，他们还没有想到到底做什么样的 problem，什么样的 solution，那么他们就可能从各个方向，就每个小朋友负责一个 topic，然后他们去做 background research，然后再把他们 research 的内容做成2-3个 slides，然后带回来，在他们 meeting 的时候和 team 来分享。然后就开始前1个月的时候，你可能是一个很宽广，就是各种的话题你都会去，相关的话题都会去做一点 research， 然后当他们有更多的 idea 之后，就会慢慢的 narrow down， 然后就变成更深入的某一个 area 去做 research 了。
谢谢啊，非常有帮助，谢谢。
不客气。
那个东明啊，我是 Karina，我再问一下，就比如说你们就是建议8月份组队，然后9月份就差不多开始每个星期2次 meet， 差不多这样 regular， 然后到12月底就差不多后面就比赛了，就是这么一个，就是时间就差不多这样是吗？然后每次一个星期
12
2
月
次。
初的时候比赛，当然因为这个去年 COVID 之后，整个赛程就有很大的变化，然后今年具体的这个比赛的 timeline 其实并没有出来，所以我具体今年会怎么我也不是特别清楚。
然后像自己就是自己 team meet 每次差不多2个小时的样子，一个星期2次，就是保持正常。然后就是譬如说到了11月底了，11月份了，估计就是比较时间更多一些，差不多就是。
是的。
那你们 team 就是说每年你们做了3年，每年 team 都是一样的吗？还是就是同一个 team 一直在做吗？
不是的，其实是也就是每年之间都会有新的人进来，也有的孩子决定不做了，有的呢是他自己觉得对机器人不是特别有兴趣，然后有的呢就是他们有些孩子年纪大了，就是慢慢的就 outgrow 了这种。我们3年每年的那个孩子都是不一样的。
size
当然
就是
有几个人是重复的，就是说会有新人来，也有已经有的人慢慢的就离开。
那譬如说就是说9到10多大，我记不清楚是9到
16岁都是。
16岁，那就是说参加的那个 competition 其实是同一个，就是说这个 team 就小朋友就是一年一年长大，然后就有进有出，就这样子。
没有，刚刚有一个人问了，就是说你可以有不同年纪的孩子在一起。
对。大概多大一个 size 比较合适？就是说容易就是保证有质量的那个 meat， 然后呢小孩不是特别吵，那个可以handle，多大一个 size 比较合适？
对，但是它最低的要求是2个人，然后最多是10个人。team 如果小的话更容易管理，但是你的人手也比较少。然后当 team 大的时候呢，你就会发现有更多的那种 team management 上面的问题。然后但是10个人的话，你想每个人分一个 mission， 你会发现你可以做好多个 mission， 这就是一个 trade off。然后我们的 team 最开始时候是8个人，然后后来的话就变到6个人，所以我觉得 somewhere in the middle 可能是一个 更容易就是更容易管理，更容易学到东西，更 consistent 的一个办法，一个数目。
4到8个人是不错的 size， 对。
谢谢，这都是经验之谈，谢谢哈。
不客气。
还有问题吗？如果大家没有什么问题的话，可以就是说我们会议可以今天到这里为止。那如果说有任何家长感兴趣，想就是说组队，大家可以我在建了一个微信群，我到时候因为我当时在编这个登记表的时候，报名表的时候问过大家是不是有兴趣那个加入这个小大师的那个队伍，或者说愿意组队的话，那我就会再发给你们email，如果你们愿意的话，就扫码进群，好不好？如果有什么问题也可以，我把2个教练也拉进去，你们也可以问。大家觉得怎么样？这样
能不能群发？我记得我当时一开始不感兴趣，但现在我挺感兴趣的。
可以的，我可以群发的，对，大家是可以 change mind， 对。所以就是说，因为我们小大师的过去那个也是有点经验，然后也会给这个，如果是加入这个小大师的那个机器人队的话，也会给很多帮助，各方面的帮助。那个我们的平台也是很大的，所以那我会结束以后发个 email，然后你们愿意的话可以进来，我们可以互相就是互通有无，互相讨论这个问题。那一般来说岁数差不多或者岁数有差别都没有关系，但是但是主要就是说希望家长是愿意就是说奉献时间奉献精力，因为这个其实完全是靠家长，你的家长投入的时间越多精力越多，那肯定是就是说孩子会成长很多，其实包括家长自己也在其中成长很多，所以我觉得是很好的 experience。因为我的孩子2个孩子，一个17岁，一个13岁，都是在这个做这个机器人做了很多年，所以我觉得是受益匪浅，包括我们家长都是。所以我觉得大家如果说有这个兴趣，孩子有这个爱好的话，是应该去试一下做一做。好，那我们非常感谢那个东明，还有 Grant，还有感谢大家那个今天晚上来参加这个会议。那如果你有孩子大一点的孩子感兴趣 FTC 或者是 FRC 的话，那我过2天会把报名表那个出来，那大家关注一下，也可以报名，是7月29号礼拜4，也是7点半。好的，那就今天就到这里，那我就后面就发邮件给大家。好的，
好，谢谢大家，
谢谢。
再见。